Captions are indeed one of the best tools to enhance understanding. They provide clarity, improve accessibility, and allow people to follow along, regardless of language or hearing ability.
Today, I'm challenging myself to paint a mini masterpiece in just 5 minutes using only my fingers. Let's see if I can pull it off. I love the idea of creating something beautiful and unique in such a short amount of time, and I think it's a great way to tap into our creative sides without feeling intimidated or overwhelmed. Plus, who doesn't love getting a little messy and experimenting with art? One thing I think a lot of us assume is that art requires special tools and skills. We think we need expensive paints, fancy brushes, and years of training to create something truly beautiful. But what if I told you that's not true? What if I told you that all you need is your fingers and a willingness to get creative? Think about it, our fingers are capable of so much expression and dexterity. We use them to type, to cook, to communicate, and to create. So why can't we use them to paint as well? It's all about embracing the unknown and letting go of our inhibitions. The idea of using our fingers to create art might seem a little unconventional, but trust me, it's a game changer. It's liberating, it's fun, and it's accessible to anyone, regardless of skill level or experience. And who knows, you might just surprise yourself with what you're capable of creating. Let's get started. The first step is to choose our colors. I'm going to pick 3 vibrant shades that complement each other, a bright blue, a sunny yellow, and a deep purple. You can choose whatever colors speak to you, but try to limit yourself to 3 or 4 to keep things simple. Next, take a minute to plan out your design. Don't worry too much about this step. Remember, the beauty of finger painting lies in its spontaneity. Just think about the overall vibe you want to create. Do you want something abstract and expressive, or something more structured and geometric? Now it's time to get our fingers dirty. Take a deep breath, dip your finger into that paint, and start exploring. Don't think too much about technique or perfection, just let your fingers move across the canvas, responding to the texture and the colors. As you paint, pay attention to the sensations in your fingers, the coolness of the paint, the roughness of the canvas, the way the colors blend and merge. This is where the magic happens, folks. Take a step back and look at what you've created. Doesn't it feel amazing to see those colors come to life? Doesn't it feel empowering to know that you did it all with your own 2 hands? Here's my finished mini masterpiece, isn't it gorgeous? The colors are so vibrant, the textures are so unique. And the best part is, it's all mine, a little piece of myself, expressed through art. In just 5 minutes, we've created something truly special. We've tapped into our creative potential, we've experimented with a new technique, and we've had a blast doing it. Remember, art is all about expressing ourselves, and that's exactly what we've done today. If you give finger painting a try, I'd love to see your results in the comments below. Finger painting on mini canvases has become increasingly popular among artists and hobbyists, and it's easy to see why. It's a fun, expressive, and accessible way to create art, even with limited space or equipment. And who doesn't love the idea of creating a beautiful piece of art that fits in the palm of your hand? When it comes to finger painting, however, many of us have experienced the frustration of making mistakes that can ruin an otherwise great piece of art. And when you're working on a small scale, those mistakes can be even more noticeable. From smudges and smears, to uneven colors and poor composition, the challenges of finger painting on mini canvases are unique and require some special considerations. One of the biggest mistakes people make when finger painting on mini canvases is not planning ahead. Without a clear idea of what you want to create, it's easy to get carried away with colors and textures, resulting in a muddy, uncoordinated mess. Another common mistake is not preparing your canvas properly. Using the wrong kind of paint or not priming your canvas can lead to poor adhesion, flaking, and other issues that can be impossible to fix. And then there's the issue of color mixing. When you're working with small amounts of paint, it's easy to end up with colors that are too bright, too pale, or just plain unattractive. And if you're not careful, you can end up with a color palette that clashes rather than harmonizes. Trying to fix these kinds of mistakes can be a nightmare, especially on a small canvas where every brushstroke counts. In addition to these common mistakes, many artists struggle with handling the mini canvas itself. Whether it's accidentally smudging the paint, or dropping the canvas and getting fingerprints all over it, there are any number of ways to ruin a piece of art before it's even finished. One of the most common mistakes I see people making is not using the right consistency of paint. If the paint is too thick, it can be hard to blend and merge colors, resulting in a stiff, unnatural look. On the other hand, if the paint is too thin, it can be difficult to control, leading to drips, runs, and other accidents. When it comes to mixing colors, it's essential to have a clear idea of what you want to achieve.